Hi everyone, welcome to today's class, and today's topic of discussion is embryonic development. That is development of embryo after fertilization. So it includes 4 steps, that is cleavage, blastulation, implantation and gastrulation. So we start with cleavage. So cleavage is rapid mitotic division of zygote. Rapid mitotic division of zygote which convert zygote into multicellular hollow structure that is called as blastocyst. So zygote is single cell structure and blastocyst, which is formed after cleavage from zygote, is multicellular and hollow structure. So cleavage means it is simple mitotic division of zygote. In human being, cleavage is holoblastic. Holoblastic means whole zygote, complete zygote undergo cleavage, because yolk is present in very less amount in human egg. So human egg is called as microlecithal, and therefore that yolk, during cleavage, yolk is distributed evenly in equal quantity in all blastomeres. So cells which will form after cleavage are called as blastomeres, and hence cleavage in human being is called as holoblastic. So why cleavage is holoblastic? Because whole egg, whole zygote, egg means fertilized egg, whole zygote undergo cleavage, and hence it is called as holoblastic. So as cleavage proceed, size of embryo remain constant. Size of embryo does not increase, only number of blastomeres increases. So gradually cells become, as the cleavage proceed, gradually cells become smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So size of embryo remain constant, but the size of blastomeres become smaller and smaller. So during cleavage, metabolic activities increases, and this requires replication of DNA, and more consumption of oxygen. So high rate of replication of DNA is there, and high consumption of oxygen is there during cleavage. So cleavage. So what is the difference between mitosis and cleavage? In mitosis, there is interphase between two successive mitotic division, but in cleavage, there is very short interphase between two cleavages. So due to that very short interphase between cleavage, cells become smaller and smaller because there is no time to grow in size to cell. So that's why cells become smaller and smaller, but their number increases. So cleavage, first cleavage, if this is so this is fertilization process. This is female pronucleus. Sperm enter inside the egg to fertilize this egg, and after fertilization, egg will convert into zygote. So first cleavage, during first cleavage, zygote divide into two unequal blastomeres. So this is zygote. If this is zygote, so first cleavage divide zygote into two cells, but the first cleavage is unequal because zygote divides into two unequal blastomeres. This is larger blastomere and this is smaller blastomere. First cleavage takes place 30 hours after fertilization. First cleavage takes place 30 hours after fertilization. First cleavage divide zygote longitudinally into two unequal cells, one cell that is larger blastomere and another smaller blastomere. So first cleavage takes place at about 30 hours after fertilization. So first cleavage takes place at about 30 hours after fertilization. Then second cleavage. Second cleavage plan is also longitudinal, but it is right angle to first cleavage. So second cleavage takes place 30 hours after first cleavage. Second cleavage takes place approximately 30 hours after first cleavage and 60 hours after fertilization. Second cleavage plan is also longitudinal. It is also longitudinal. Second cleavage plan is also longitudinal, and it divides 2 blastomeres into 4 blastomeres. So it is 2 cell stage. It is 2 cell stage, and this is 4 cell stage. 4 cell stage. Then third cleavage. This is first cleavage, this is second cleavage, and this is third cleavage. Third cleavage takes place 72 hours after fertilization, and after this third cleavage plan is horizontal. Third cleavage plan is horizontal, which divide 4 blastomeres into 8 blastomeres. So this is 8 cell stage. This is 8 cell stage which comes after third cleavage. So this is first cleavage, this is second cleavage, and this is first cleavage, this is second cleavage, and this is third cleavage. This is third cleavage. So see, during cleavage, embryo is gradually pushed towards uterine cavity. So embryo gradually move towards uterine cavity. This movement of embryo takes place by peristaltic movement of fallopian tube. Movement of embryo takes place due to peristaltic movement of fallopian tube as well as cilia. See, this is fallopian tube internally lined by ciliated epithelium, and by the movement of cilia and by peristaltic movement of fallopian tube, this embryo gradually pushed towards uterus. Now, this embryo now reaches in the isthmus of fallopian tube, and at the end of 4th day of fertilization, embryo becomes 16 to 32 cell stage. Means at the end of 4th day of fertilization, this embryo contain 16 to 32 cells, and this stage is called as morula. This stage is called as morula. And morula, it appears like a mulberry, and hence it is called as morula. Then this morula get entry inside the uterus. Morula get entry inside the uterus. Morula enter in the uterine cavity. At the morula stage, 2 types of cells appear: outer smaller cells, outer layer of smaller cells, and inner larger cells. So in morula, cells arranged on the outer side are called as outer layer or outer cell, and the cells which is gathered at the center, these cells are called as inner cells. So this process is called as compaction. Process is called as compaction because in cleavage, blastomeres are loosely arranged. Blastomeres are loosely arranged. But in the gastrula, all the blastomeres are compactly arranged, and hence this process is called as compaction. One thing is very important which have to be noticed here. See, this is zona pellucida, which I have shown by red color. So this is zona pellucida. See, zona pellucida persists on embryo. Zona pellucida persists on embryo up to morula stage. And due to this reason, size of embryo does not increases from zygote to morula. So function of zona pellucida is, this zona pellucida prevent implantation of embryo. Zona pellucida prevent implantation of embryo in wrong site. Wrong site means if implantation of, if zona pellucida rupture in the when that embryo is in the fallopian tube, then what will take place? It will lead into very serious condition, and that is tubal pregnancy. So if zona pellucida rupture in the fallopian tube, then this embryo will definitely get attached to wall of fallopian tube and start further development, and it will result into tubal pregnancy. That is a type of ectopic pregnancy. So to prevent this serious condition, zona pellucida persist on embryo up to its reaching into the uterine cavity. So this zygote, single cell zygote, convert into multicellular compact ball of cell, that is morula. And now morula at the end of fourth day, morula is in fourth day of fertilization, morula is in the uterine cavity. So next step is blastulation. That is the formation of blastocyst from the morula. So we start blastulation. Blastulation process of formation of hollow multicellular blastocyst is called blastulation. Process of formation of hollow multicellular blastocyst is called blastulation. In human being, cleavage is indeterminate. Cleavage is indeterminate. Cleavage is indeterminate means fate of each blastomere is not predetermined. In case of human being, cleavage is indeterminate. This is zygote. After first cleavage, two unequal cells, two unequal blastomeres are formed. This is larger blastomere, this is larger blastomere, and this is smaller blastomere. But each blastomere has the capacity to develop complete embryo. Each blastomere has the capacity to develop into complete embryo, and this is called indeterminate cleavage. This type of cleavage is called as indeterminate cleavage. In case of lower vertebrates, the cleavage is determinate. Means if after first cleavage these two cells are formed in lower vertebrates, then their fate will be determined. that is, this cell will form nervous system, this cell will form, this blastomere will form nervous system, this blastomere will form circulatory system, and so on. But in case of human being, fate of each blastomere is not predetermined, so each blastomere can develop into complete embryo. Each blastomere has the capacity to develop into complete embryo, and this is called as indeterminate type of cleavage. Formation, so we are discussing the topic blastulation, that is the process of formation of hollow multicellular blastocyst is called as blastulation. At the end of fourth day of fertilization, morula is in uterine cavity. Morula is in uterine cavity, and this zona pellucida, this is zona pellucida. Zona pellucida remain, it is glycoproteinaceous layer, it is remain intact on embryo, on morula. After reaching in the uterine cavity, after reaching at the end of fourth day of fertilization, morula enter in the uterine cavity and it floats in the uterine cavity for 2 to 4 days. So morula remain floating in uterine cavity for 2 to 4 days. And outer layer, so in the gastrula, this is outer layer of cells which is smaller in size, and inner cells are larger in size. So at the 7th day after fertilization, 7th day of fertilization, outer layer is appear, and this outer layer is called as, outer layer of cells appear, and this outer layer of cell is called as trophoblast. So so write down all the points. This is the diagram of blastocyst. So this is trophoblast cells. These are trophoblast cells. So outer layer of cell is called as trophoblast. So this is trophoblast. Trophoblast layer cell. This layer of cell is called as trophoblast, or outer layer of cell is called as trophoblast. When this in the uterine cavity, trophoblast cells absorb glycogen rich uterine fluid. Glycogen rich uterine fluid from the uterus, and in this structure fluid filled cavity is formed, and this fluid, due to that fluid filled cavity, the compactly arranged cells pushes at one end of embryo and form inner cell mass. Compactly arranged cells pushes at one end of embryo and compact, and this form inner cell mass. Cells which are present in the inner cell mass are larger in size. Cells which are present in the inner cell mass are larger in size. So this is inner cell mass or embryonic knob. Embryonic knob. It is called as embryonic knob. So after reaching in the uterine cavity, embryo float in the uterine cavity. This embryo absorb the outer layer. Formation of outer layer takes place, and this outer layer is called as outer layer of cell is called as trophoblast. Trophoblast absorb glycogen rich uterine fluid. Trophoblast cells absorb glycogen rich uterine fluid, and due to which a fluid filled cavity takes place. Fluid filled cavity form inside the embryo, and this fluid filled cavity is called as blastocell cavity. It is called as blastocyst cavity or blastocell. It is called as blastocyst cavity. And due to formation of blastocyst cavity, the cells which was compactly arranged in the morula pushes at one end of embryo and form a mass of cell, and this mass of cell is called as inner cell mass, or it is also called as embryonic knob. It is also called as embryonic knob or embryoblast cells. These are also called as embryoblast cells. So cells of trophoblast which are in contact with embryonic knob. Cells of trophoblast which are in contact with embryonic knob is called as cells of Rauber. Cells of Rauber. See, these cells of trophoblast is in contact with embryonic knob, and these cells are called as cells of Rauber. The cells which are in contact with embryonic knob are called as cells of Rauber. So cells of Rauber are some cells of trophoblast layer, some cells of trophoblast layer which are in contact with this embryonic knob, and these cells which are in contact with embryonic knob are called as cells of Rauber. Cells of Rauber. So these embryonic knob attach to trophoblast layer only at one end. So this is blastocyst, and it show polarity. This blastocyst show polarity. The side of blastocyst towards inner cell mass is called as embryonic pole. It is called as embryonic pole. The side of blastocyst towards inner cell mass is called as embryonic pole, and its opposite side or its opposite pole is called as embryonic pole. Embryonic pole. It is called as embryonic pole. And this trophoblast layer will form extra embryonic membrane, but the embryo proper will form from this embryo, from the cells of embryonic knob. So cells which are in the embryonic knob will develop into embryo proper, but the trophoblast cells will form extra embryonic membrane. So any part of embryo does not form from the cells of trophoblast layer. Whole embryo, total embryo will form from the cells of embryonic knob. So size of blastocyst is, this is the blastocyst. This structure is called as blastocyst. and size of blastocyst is near about 0.30 millimeter. 0.30 millimeter. And next topic is implantation.